My name is Jesse Christo. I'm the author of the book, The Financial Toolbox, your best business guide to less tax, greater profit, and more time.
Tonight we're here for the pleasure of this book, The Financial Toolbox, Jesse Christo's new book. I mean, it is an absolute riot. This is a book launch party, and it is a packed house here. Absolutely awesome.
Based upon the pre-orders, it's now considered a bestseller, so we're so excited, my wife and I. And it was a celebration for friends, family, and the people who supported me along the way, and it means everything. Well, it's interesting because not a lot of people know this, but it wasn't my intention to write a book. It was never my idea. Giselle turned to me one day and she said, "You're going to write a book." That was just over 2 years ago. And I said, "Well, what would I write it on?"
I knew because he had lots of stories over the years from real life incidents with his family or his even clients. He loves what he does, and he's really got a passion for it, and he just needed to get it out. And he was doing it with his clients for years, but I knew that he needed to get it out to a wider audience.
I love Jesse to death. I've had the pleasure of working with him for the last 18 months, being his mentor to push him to get the book done. What I didn't know at the time that I was responsible for that was that there was even a bigger mentor, and that was Giselle Murphy, Jesse's spouse, that was pushing him a lot harder than I was. But we did it, we got it done together, and it's a brilliant book.
Barry Spilchuk, the co-author of A Cup of Chicken Soup for the Soul, I was honored for him to choose to be a part of this. In fact, when I spoke to him, I got a sense of how similar we were in our desire to help people make better decisions on a number of fronts. And he was excited about my book. He wanted to be part of it.
Well, I had the honor of writing the foreword to Jesse's book, and when I read it, I thought, this is amazing. I mean, for the longest time, The Wealthy Barber has been the go-to book in Canadian financial planning. But I'm convinced that The Financial Toolbox is the next level, because I think Jesse should be the Wealthy Barber's financial planner. He's that good.
I guess for a long time, he didn't realize how much knowledge he had. He knew far more than most financial planners out there, but he didn't really understand that. But through the writing of this book, that's when he really got it. And he realized, wait a minute, I do have a message, and this message is really important.
You know what, for years I sit with people who I serve and help them explore different areas to make better financial decisions. And I've thought to myself, how could I take this on a larger platform, take this idea, and rather than the idea just getting lost in the ether from a conversation, how to bring this a little bit more solid and make a difference in people's lives who I may never meet.
Well, you know, as the CEO of Black Card Books and looking for innovative content and the best books in the world, we found that financial planning is one of those areas where most families fall short. This isn't a subject that's covered in school. It's not a subject that's covered in any other really traditional form. So you need to rely on mentors and experts like Jesse to get this content out there. And it was immediately a hit. We knew the concept would be good, but more importantly, we knew Jesse would be awesome, and we were right.
I think despite the industry being flooded with everybody with certified financial planner designations and wealth specialist titles, that too many Canadians are still going it on their own. I just think, I see the passion in Jesse from his learning by watching his uncles and his family struggle under the weight of running a business and being employed and not doing the right things, that there is just so much value in this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the best-selling author and investment advisor, Jesse Christo, and Giselle, get on up here.
My book, when you read it, you'll get a sense of this, but what I've really done is I've taken the 20 years in my industry and 10 years in practice, and I've broken down the top 10 areas affecting business owners and entrepreneurs, and I've represented each of those areas by a tool represented in a toolbox. What I find is that often people don't know what they don't know. And when it comes down to tools that you'll find in a toolbox, there's a number of financial planning tools. These 10 tools can make such a difference if you know when to use them, what tools to use, and how to use them. And this book will show you how to do that, and it'll make a big difference in saving tax, growing your profit, and saving you time.
This book will be helpful for me as an entrepreneur and as an author myself. It would help me develop the tools and manage my finances more, and I can definitely tell you that this book will bring me more money.
Jesse's, deserving because he cares. He's passionate. He wants to help people. He's a good guy. He's an authentic man. And the way he introduced his son and his wife, you don't get that passion with many people, and the appreciation, gratitude. He's a very grateful man.
What I hope for, I've gone to seminars and attended a variety of things where you walk out, and if you don't implement anything, it's kind of a waste. You've just used your time. I find that my hope would be for someone to read the book, even go through the workbook, and take a couple of pieces of knowledge and implement it, because that makes it so practical and so meaningful. I know and imagine, I can't wait for the time where someone's going to come to me and say, Jesse, your book changed my life. I know it will happen, and I would love to know that my efforts were a part of someone to take their life and to make it better based upon the goals that they have.